Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Global English Podcast. I hope you're doing well, wherever you're listening from, whether you're relaxing at home, walking down a quiet street, or sitting alone with your thoughts. Here, we share simple English stories, stories that sound real, stories that feel human, and stories that remind us we are not alone. So, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let today's story speak to your heart. Today's story is called A Surprise Phone Call. Let's begin. The phone rang at exactly 7:43 p.m. Ethan Miller noticed the time because his evenings were always the same. Same small apartment in Chicago, same frozen dinner, same quiet loneliness. He had just finished a long shift at work and dropped onto the couch, shoes still on, mind heavy with thoughts he tried not to think about. When the phone rang, he frowned. Nobody called him anymore. Friends were busy with families, coworkers disappeared after office hours, and his parents, they had passed away years ago. The screen showed unknown caller. Ethan stared at it. His first instinct was to ignore it, but something, maybe curiosity, maybe loneliness, made him answer. "Hello?" he said, his voice tired. There was silence. Then someone cleared their throat. "Ethan Miller?" a man asked carefully. "Yes, speaking." The man paused again, as if choosing his words. "This might sound strange," he said, "but I hope I didn't call the wrong number." Ethan sat up straighter. "No, you didn't. Who is this?" The man let out a soft breath. "My name is Thomas Reed. I was your neighbor, back in Ohio, about 20 years ago." Ethan's heart skipped. Ohio. The word unlocked memories he hadn't touched in years. Tree-lined streets, summer bikes, his childhood home. "Mr. Reed?" Ethan asked slowly. "The guy with the old blue pickup truck?" Thomas laughed quietly. "That's me." Ethan smiled for the first time that day. "How did you find my number?" he asked. Thomas hesitated. "I didn't at first. I've been cleaning old boxes. Found a notebook. Your name was written there, with a phone number underneath." Ethan frowned. "I don't remember giving you my number." "You didn't," Thomas replied gently. "I wrote it down the day you moved away. You slipped a piece of paper into my mailbox." Ethan closed his eyes. He remembered now. He was 18, angry, scared, leaving town after his mother died. Thomas had been the only adult who checked on him, who asked if he ate, who listened. "I never called," Thomas continued. "I thought you were busy building your life." "So why now?" Ethan asked. Another pause. "Because I almost didn't wake up this morning," Thomas said calmly. Ethan's stomach tightened. "I'm in a hospital room. The doctors say I'll be okay, but when you get close to losing something, you realize what matters." Ethan swallowed hard. "You mattered to me, Ethan. You were a good kid, quiet, kind. You just needed someone to notice." Ethan felt his eyes burn. Life in the city was loud, fast, and empty. No one noticed anyone. "I didn't turn out the way I planned," Ethan admitted. "I thought I'd be happier by now." Thomas chuckled softly. "Most of us think that. Happiness doesn't arrive like a package. It sneaks in through moments." There was silence, but it wasn't awkward. It was warm. "Can I ask you something?" Thomas asked. "Of course." "Are you still the kind of person who leaves notes for people who helped him?" Ethan smiled through tears. "I think I forgot how." "That's okay," Thomas replied. "This call can be your reminder." They talked for almost an hour about life, regrets, small victories, and memories that still mattered. Before hanging up, Thomas quietly said, "Sometimes the universe uses old numbers to check if we're still human." Ethan laughed. "Thank you for calling," he said. "You have no idea how much I needed this." "I think I do," Thomas replied. The call ended. Ethan sat there, phone resting in his hand. For the first time in years, the apartment didn't feel so empty. That night, instead of scrolling endlessly, he picked up a pen and paper and wrote a note. Because sometimes a surprise phone call doesn't interrupt your life, it reconnects you to it. Sometimes life doesn't change with big events. Sometimes it changes with a single moment, a familiar voice, or a phone call we never expected. If this story touched you or reminded you of someone from your past, take a moment to pause and maybe reach out to them. Thank you for listening to Global English Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow, share, and stay connected. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep listening, and keep believing in the power of simple human stories. Goodbye, and see you in the next episode.